If there's one thing I'm known for on YouTube is for always talking with my hands. Nah, I'm joking, man. I'm always talking about shoes. Even though I talk about all of menswear, I think that all menswear is important. Your tie, your suits, your shirts, pocket squares. But shoes to me are the most important part because shoes are the foundation that every great wardrobe was built upon. So since I'm always talking about shoes, I always get questions or requests in the comments that I should make a video displaying my shoe collection. I really didn't want to make this video for a couple reasons. Number one, I really don't have that many shoes. I don't want to sound ungrateful because I definitely have more shoes than I'll ever need. But when it comes to shoe enthusiasts, I really don't have that many shoes. Like, there's certain guys that I know and I respect their taste in shoes that have upwards of 50 to 100 shoes, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I'll ever reach that level because what am I going to do with 50 pairs of shoes, you know what I'm saying? And not to mention that my wife would probably kill me before I get to that number, so. But the second reason is I didn't want guys to think that I was bragging because that's definitely not what I'm trying to do. I'm just showing you things that I like and I think that you might like them too, you know what I mean? I like shedding lights on brands that you guys never heard of before. I like showing you shoes that I think are nice. So I finally decided to make a video on my shoe collection. It should be fun until my wife watches it, of course. You should come rolling my Yo, what up? My name is Vladimir Riché from chaseandrider.com. And in this video, I'm gonna show you my shoe collection. As I was saying before, your shoes is the most important part of your wardrobe. Like, I've always been into sneakers. I don't really know how I even started with dress shoes, really. I think it was, well, my dad always had nice shoes growing up, but by the time that I got into menswear, my dad was no longer with us. So it might have been GQ. I might have seen a couple nice shoes on GQ. Or I might have read an article on there about how shoes are important. And I think that's how it started. But long story short, I didn't just wake up one day and started buying nice shoes, you know what I mean? I went through a lot of ugly shoes before I got to where I'm at today, to where I'm very proud of the collection that I have. The collection is still growing, but as of right now, this is what I have. My first real pair of shoes that started it all was a brand that I was introduced to while I was on Styleforum. Styleforum is a website. You can go learn about certain brands, you can learn how to dress. So that's really where I really started around like 2011 to really get into menswear, like to really learn the right way of doing things. And while I was on Styleforum, everybody was talking about this new brand out of Spain that makes hand-welted shoes. The brand was called Millman. And I read every page and looked at every picture on that thread. The great thing about Millman, they had a great group order program where 5 or 6 guys can get together, pick the same exact style of shoes, same color, same everything, and then they can get the shoes at a really nice price. Millman has 2 different lines. They have the classic line and they have the master line. Back then, they were only doing the group orders for the master line. Getting a pair of shoes that was hand welted and that you could choose the style that you like, I thought that was too good of a deal to pass up. So around 2011, 2012, I got a group of my friends together and we decided to go in on a group order. These shoes here were the first shoes that I got that was Goodyear welted. Well, they weren't even Goodyear welted, they were more than that, they were hand welted. But those were the first quality pair of shoes that I bought in my life. So if you want to know the pair of shoes that started my collection, this is the pair of shoes here. These shoes are what's called a half brogue, and I got them in black. The shoes were custom, so I chose this exact pattern. At the time, Millman didn't really have a pattern exactly like this. These shoes were made on the bend last, which is a soft square last. When these shoes were finally delivered, I was so happy. Like, I really love these shoes. And getting a pair of shoes that's handmade for under $300 is a hell of a deal, man. As you can see, my initials are at the bottom of the shoes. It says VR. So back then, man, that was really great. It had the metal toe taps. The metal toe taps are not even flush anymore because I've worn these shoes so much. Unfortunately, I haven't worn these shoes in about 3 years. I don't really wear black shoes that often. More on that later. If I could change one thing, it would have been to get these shoes in a different color. I think if these shoes were in a burgundy or some kind of medium to dark brown, I would still be wearing them today. But yeah, man, so those were the shoes that started it all. These are my half broke from Millman. Now let's move right along and keep talking about Millman. When I started working in the job that I am now, the dress code was black suits with black shoes. They've since changed the dress code about 2-3 years ago, but I didn't want to spend too much money on some black shoes. because I figured I was only going to be wearing them for work. So the first shoe that I bought was these Adelaides, also from Mailman. These shoes were made on the Elton last. It's the chisel last, as you can see. Has a peak heel counter. And then I also got myself a black cap to Oxford, also from Mailman. So these shoes, along with this one, were the 3 shoes that I would alternate the first year that I was working at that job, since I had to wear black. Now, one difference between this one that I got that was custom made versus these two, those were made on the classic line. So these shoes retail for $175. These shoes retail for around $300. These shoes are much better quality than these shoes. Now, these shoes are still hand welted, but they did take forever to break. I haven't worn these shoes in the longest time, man. But these were the 3 black shoes that I have for Mailman. The next shoes is another half broke pair, and these are from Cobbler Union. I don't think I've never showed these shoes on this channel. I was one of the first to try Cobbler Union. I don't remember what year it was when Cobbler Union first came out, but these really caught my eye on the website. Originally, these shoes were actually lighter than what you see now. They're like a medium brown now, but when I first got them, they were more of a lighter brown. Back then, I really didn't know the difference between like a light brown and a dark brown. I feel like lighter brown shoes aren't as versatile as medium brown and dark brown shoes. So I've since used some dark polish on it to darken it a little bit. I don't wear it that much, and it hasn't been polished in a while, so it's starting to light up again. But yeah, these shoes I believe were the one that I bought after I bought the Mailman shoes. So these were my first Goodyear welted shoes that I got. I don't really remember the year, but these are my half-broke shoes from Cobbler Union. The next pair that we're going to talk about is my Carlos Santos shoes in dark brown. I've showed these shoes on the channel before. This style of shoe is what's called a plain cap to Oxford. There's really no broguing. These shoes are pretty plain. One great thing about these shoes, I do wear them a lot, and they have since developed a really nice patina. So this is one of my favorite pair of shoes, even though it might have been one of my least expensive pair of shoes. I paid under $200 for these shoes, so there you have it. These next shoes are very special to me. They're my Carmina double monk strap in dark brown suede. They're the first unboxing that I've ever done on YouTube. If you've never seen it before, I'll link it up here. I'll also include it in the description. So these are the shoes that really started it all, as far as me being known on YouTube as a shoe guy, you know what I mean? These shoes happen to be the second pair of the same shoes that I got. I had one from before, had it for a few years, and then these were the replacement. So I really love these shoes. I like suede shoes even a little bit more than I like regular leather shoes. Let's move on to the next one. Staying in the suede family, we have a punch cap to Oxford from Love and Tongue. I also did an unboxing of these shoes on this channel. One thing about black suede, it's not really something that you see too often. I always forget that I have these shoes because I usually tell people I only have one pair of black shoes, referring to my black cap to Oxfords, and forgetting that I also have a pair of black suede. One thing about Love and Tongue, they last a little bit wide. So if I were to buy them again, I would probably take a half a size smaller. But these shoes are extremely comfortable, and they do get a lot of wear. If you look at my channel's intro, when I'm walking, these are the shoes that I'm wearing in that video. So a lot of people don't know that because the shoes look brown in that video, but these are the shoes right here. Let's move on to the next one. These next shoes are slowly but surely becoming one of my favorite pair of shoes. I've reached for these shoes so many times since I've gotten them. Whenever I'm dressing down, not wearing a suit that is, I always reach for these shoes. Before, I would reach for some of my suede shoes if I'm just wearing trousers and a sport coat. But now I always reach for these shoes, and I'm already thinking about what's the next pair like it that I'm going to get. This style of shoe is called a split toe derby. These are from Sons of Henry, which is a great brand. These shoes are also made in Spain. I did an unboxing on these shoes. These shoes are also very special to me because they were the first official collaboration that I've done on this channel. And yeah, they're made in a walnut country calf, and these shoes are really great, man. I really love these shoes. Going from my most casual shoe to the dressiest pair, this one is my black cap to Oxford from Vash. It's made on the F last, which is an excellent last. It's a round last, probably the best in the industry in my opinion. And these are the shoes that I would wear to a wedding. These are the shoes that I would wear to a funeral. A black cap to Oxford is one of the shoes that every man should have in their wardrobe. Matter of fact, I just did a video on the top 10 black cap to Oxfords under $500. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it somewhere up here. I'll also include it in the description. Great shoes to have. Once again, I don't wear black shoes that often, but whenever I'm attending an event, like a wedding to where I have to wear these shoes, I always look forward to it. Staying in the Vash family, these shoes are also made on the F last. Once again, it's a last that I really love. The style is called in Old English 2. I also did an unboxing of these shoes on this channel. I'll link it somewhere up here as well. I really like the side profile, because even though it's a plain capital Oxford, it does have a nice little V design on the side, which is great. The Gold Museum calf is a medium brown shade, but does have some dark spots in it, which gives it a really interesting contrast. These shoes go perfect with light gray suits or medium gray like the one that I'm wearing right now. The next one is another pair of Adelaide. Adelaides happen to be my favorite shoe style. Well, as of right now, it might change next week, but I do think that Adelaides are my favorite. This one is from Sons of Henry. These were the last shoes that I did an unboxing for on this channel about a month back. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it up here. I'll also include it in the description. These shoes are made on their soft square last. It's a really nice shade of brown. It has a little bit of character to it because not as dark as the darkest brown that you can get. I've worn these shoes a lot since I've gotten them about a month ago. We're almost done. We got 2 pairs of shoes left. This one is my dark brown punch cap toe from Joe Works. These shoes are extremely special to me because those were a gift from my wife on my birthday. It's a really nice shade of brown, chocolate brown, and I've only worn them once so far, but I really do love these shoes. I did an unboxing also of these shoes. You know the routine, I'll link it up here and also include it in the description. It's made on their Zero last, which is a soft square last, and it's possibly my favorite pair of shoes. I don't know, definitely my top 2 or 3 for sure. And last and definitely not least is my Burgundy Adelaide on the 946 last from Enzo Bonafé. Burgundy is possibly my favorite shade of brown. I know a lot of people tell me Burgundy is not a shade of brown. When it comes to shoes, Burgundy is a shade of brown, man, you know what I mean? Burgundy goes with so many different suit colors, but the favorite combination that I wear with these shoes is charcoal. These shoes are made in the Adelaide pattern with the peak heel counter, and once again I think Adelaide shoes are my favorite style of shoes, and that's possibly why these shoes might be the favorite pair that I own. But yeah, that was it, man. I told you I don't really have that many shoes. This is my shoe collection as it stands right now. I think it's about 14 pairs of shoes, although there are 3 of them that I don't wear anymore. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite and why. Hit the thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe, or everybody gonna think that you're a hater. And I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.